Welcome back everyone to Flyball Friends. I hope everyone is enjoying these videos that I've been posting. Once we get back into racing, I'll make sure to get some of the more actual racing videos in here for everyone to enjoy. Today we are talking to a long-time flyballer, Pam Martin. Welcome Pam, I'm so glad that you could take time out of your day to be here. If you could tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, okay. I do a lot of dog sports. So I live the dog life 24/7. That's me.
That's awesome. What team do you play on?
Well, I'm on prime time. And the cool thing about our team is most of the team is down in Houston, which is 4 hours away. And I'm up here in the Dallas area. And so there's a couple of us up here. And so we have to join together. And we try to do that maybe once a month. But the team as a whole, we practice once a week.
Awesome. And how many dogs do you have, Pam?
I have 8. But
that's not too bad.
Don't tell anybody. I have 8. I have 2 dogs that are currently running.
Yep.
ASAP, my fastest dog, Border Whippet, and Cheetah, my wild thing. She is the hype dog. And also she's the start dog. So she's wild and crazy. Love her to death. You want to see her?
Sure.
For those that don't know Cheetah, here she is.
That's awesome.
There she is. She's a crazy girl. Yeah, she looks all sweet and calm. Oh no, she's not. All right, and then I have another dog named Spork, and he's getting ready to race. So he's getting there. He can do 4 jumps to the box and back. So that's always, a really exciting time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's great. And he's just another black Border Whippet looking. He's a little bit mixed. He's not quite Border Collie, but anyway, he's about ready to run. So I'm excited about that. And then I got my new dog. Are you ready? Come on. All right, here's Mighty Mouse. Little Mighty Mouse. And he is a blue cedar. He's going to be a hype dog. Oh, yes, you are. And he loves me. He picked me. So what can I say? He's got good taste.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, he's 6 months old.
Awesome.
Okay.
So he's well along in training then.
6 months, and with the virus, I'm doing what I can.
That's fair.
A lot of flyball training can be done at home and doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily have to do it with the team.
For sure. How long have you been playing flyball for, Pam?
Oh my. Well, a really long time. So I'm thinking 27 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a long time in it. So long time ago, I was doing obedience. I didn't know nothing about flyball, and we were taking some obedience registration papers. We're trying to get some signed. So the lady invited us to meet her somewhere to exchange the papers. And so we got there, and she was doing flyball class. And we were like, what is this? And our obedience dogs knew how to jump, knew how to retrieve, loved balls. They were Border Collies, and they were ready to rumble, do whatever.
Yeah.
And so the lady was so nice that she asked us, would you like to join in? So we said, okay. And so, there were lots of little dogs there. And so, of course, Missy, I was with Missy, my friend, and she and our dogs just went for it. And back then, there was like only really a two-foot box turn.
Yep.
So our dogs just, reached up there and got the ball and came back. And so we were instantly recruited to be on that team. And that was back in 1993.
Wow.
So if I do the math right, maybe it's 27 years. And then Missy and I went on to start up our own flyball team in 1994, Top Dog Racers, and they're still growing strong.
That's awesome. That's a good story. I like that, Pam.
Okay, great. I have lots of stories.
I went to my first tournament in 1992.
Really? You must have been 6.
4.
4? Oh, that was close.
That's a good guess. All right. So when you first started playing flyball, was there any dog out there that is like, oh my God, I want that dog?
Um, there were many. Back then, it was, flooded with border collies.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that once we went to the Incredible Dog Challenge in St. Louis, and we got together, and that was a big deal for teams to travel there.
Yeah.
And there was a dog named Onyx, which is now a big award, and it was a big Doberman, and the dog was famous. And I just was, your eyes are glued on this beautiful Doberman running and stretching and, just performing. It was just an honor to see that dog.
Excellent. Do you guys go to a lot of tournaments during the year?
Well, things have changed now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but before the year 2019, I was traveling quite a bit. So I did not get to go to as many tournaments, but my team did.
Awesome. I'm assuming then you travel lots for flyball.
I do. I travel around the world.
That's
really,
awesome.
really cool. I've got the best job.
What's the farthest you've been for flyball?
Well, I don't know miles, but maybe Australia.
Wow.
I did announcing and also did some teaching there. And there's Japan, that's pretty far.
Wow.
England, Brazil. So I've gone many places. The Czech Republic, Belgium. I get around.
I'm very jealous.
Well, come on, go with me. I really need some help.
I would love that. All right, so when you first started playing flyball, was there something that you learned that would probably be something that you still hold true to yourself today?
Yes, and the truth of it is, I learned very quickly, not all dogs are equal.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all breeds, and that's one of the wonderful things about our sport is I believe all breeds can do this, and they should.
Yeah.
And there are exceptions to every breed, and I'm always, I'm always striving, no matter what my students' breeds are, is to try to bring out the best in that breed. So, like, we have an Aussie on our team, and that Aussie is fantastic. Pretty sure she's the fastest Aussie out there.
That's
so
cool.
Yeah, very, very cool.
Out of all the dogs in your career, was there one that stood out for you that you enjoyed running over any of the other ones?
Oh, you're gonna get me in trouble with this one. So this is kind of like asking a mother which is her favorite child.
100%. A lot of people have refused to answer this question, so you are more than welcome to.
This is tricky. But I will tell you that a fun dog her name was called Crazy Legs. And she was a little Jack Russell Terrier, and she had the wild, crazy hair going. And she was so much fun. Of course, back then we didn't know about striding and all that. So she was just going to please herself. And she loved to jump. So she would jump as tall as the stanchions. So however tall the stanchion was, she was jumping over the stanchion, not the board down at the bottom. So one time we were doing a halftime show for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Wow.
The basketball team. And so there we were. We rolled out our mats like a team does, and we got set up in record time for the audience, the halftime show. And our border collies are screaming down the lane. They're just showing off their speed. And then here I am with my little Crazy Legs. She goes last. She's gonna clean up, but not really. So off she goes, and she's flying high, and the crowd roared. They loved her the best. It was clear. So you never know. She was by far the slowest dog on the team, but she was the most popular.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's not always about speed. Sometimes it's just about how they look and how they run that gets everyone going.
So I've had many special dogs, and that's really a hard one to ask. But
that's cool.
But maybe Racy was the funnest.
That's awesome. All right, so now out of all the places you've been, is there somewhere that you'd still love to go?
Wow, I'm ready to go. I have my bags packed. Why not Hawaii? Can we not do flyball in Hawaii?
We could try. We could definitely try.
I have a friend in the Cayman Islands. Maybe we'll go there.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. So what exactly do you like about playing flyball?
We know that it's a people and dog sport, but for me, I get a big charge out of seeing the dogs get so excited when they see their teammates.
Yeah.
And we're pulling them out of the crates to wrap their feet, and the other ones are going nuts to come on, that's my teammate. And they know when it's time, when it's their time, when it's showtime. And I love that look that they get, and they're so happy when they're together and they're in the lineup barking and they're shouting at each other and they're, rooting and cheerleading each other on.
Yeah.
Let alone looking at the other team, getting all competitive with them too. And I really think that's fun, and you're in the moment. And dogs are also in the moment, and I love that part.
Excellent. Okay, so would there be any team or maybe even one person out there that you love racing over anyone else?
Oh, gee. That's another hard one to ask, because as the world has got it more competitive, we can just about go anywhere now and you can have a race.
Yeah.
But I will say, back in the day, I was probably more awed over instant replay. Animal Inn came all the way to Houston one year, which was a big deal. And I remember they had uniforms and everybody matched, and they were amazing. But as well as instant replay, there is rocket relay. How can I forget them? And for fun, So, but these days we don't have to go so far, and we can get that good competition anywhere.
Yeah.
Right here.
The good competition is what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's awesome. All right, so what would be one of your earliest memories of flyball?
My earliest memory, when I was joining this team, that we were recruited right away. I can remember going and watching and thinking, wow, this is really based on time, and not only are you racing another team, but you're racing a clock, and you're racing head to head. So it was all about that. And I remember, wow, that is so cool. And in that club, we had a couple of different teams. So the dogs were kind of spread out. And I remember saying, I thought at first, what if we put the 4 fastest dogs together? Wow, we could really go fast. But I got in trouble for that idea. So, not all teams are equal. Not all clubs are equal. They all have their own way of playing and spreading the dogs around, and that's okay too.
Awesome. Okay, now do you have a favorite memory of flyball, whether it's on or off the racing lanes?
Always. So many. Let's see. One of the things I remember is after competitions, we go out to eat. Whether it's a championship, that's always fun because you're getting to be with people that are far away, and you come together. So we're going to go eat and drink and be happy. So off we go it was after a championship, and I have this thing, and I hope it's okay to say this. You can cut it out. You can edit to me if you need to, but I kind of have this thing of putting things in my bra. Okay. So before we went in, I go in, and next thing you know, somebody asked for something, and whoop, I pulled it out of my bra. So, like, for example, the running order. Oh, here's our running order. Oh, you need a treat? Oh, I got a treat. Oh, you need a potty bag? Oh, I got a potty bag. And so it just kept coming out. Car keys, money, lipstick. But and there were a lot of people in the restaurant. Us flyball people. It was a big room, big restaurant. But I probably brought down the house when someone asked for a mint, and I pulled out a Tic Tac.
That's awesome. That's a good one. I like that.
We all drank and ate and just laughed about all those fun things, kooky things that we flyball people can do.
Yeah, for sure.
So one really special time was a long time ago, where once again we found ourselves at the Arena Incredible Dog Challenge. And there were teams that came from all over. We were also going to do a tournament there as well.
Yeah.
So besides the Incredible Dog Challenge. So it came thunderstorms so bad. And back then we raced outdoors.
Yeah.
And it flooded the field. There was no way we could do it. And everybody was so sad. And we couldn't even travel. It was raining so bad that the roads weren't even really safe to travel.
Wow.
So Karina was so good. They said, hey, we have a barn. Upstairs, there's a loft. We could clean out the loft, the hay, and y'all could race up there. And, so we thought, well, we're all here. So we all got together. Yeah, we agreed. Yeah, let's do that. So off we go. Everybody's pitching in with Karina and getting all the hay out of the loft. And so off we went to the races. So we had to climb a ladder with our dogs. This is how bad we want to play flyball, okay? We're desperate. The dogs are desperate to run. So off we go. So I have Crazy Legs with me, my Jack Russell Terrier, and off we go. Mark, set, go. Well, they had moved all the hay. That made the little mice run and go scattering. So she went to ground and went chasing mice. And then she would remember, oh yeah, flyball. And then she would engage back into the lane. And then she would come back. And we all just laughed. And you had to laugh at the circumstance. It was just a special time. And Crazy Legs just, it was in her nature to go and do that. And then she finally went on and completed her runs as needed. And then eventually we had to switch her out for another dog. Got to be a little too much.
That's awesome. I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, so you have to deal with what you have, and I think that's a good point here, is that you have to train and you have to deal and show the one you're with.
Yeah. Do you have any personal goals playing the sport?
Personal goals is to keep going.
That's fair. Yeah, we got to keep going.
Out of all the flyball sports that I do, flyball is the most physical and hard on me physically. So while my dogs, I feel like they're getting faster and faster these days, but Pam is, slowing down, and so it's getting a little hard on me. But so 2 days of flyball tournament, I'm feeling it at the end of the tournament.
I hear you. Some of those days drag on, and there's a lot of things that can happen.
Yes.
Okay, now, when you first started playing flyball, or maybe even now, do you have somebody that you might look up to as a mentor or anything like that?
Oh, I have so many. When I think about people in this sport and how they play as a team and as a club, I probably look at For Fun. I think as one of the teams that really stand out, and I admire that they've been in the game as long as they have, and I wish them, still all the best. And playing at a top level isn't easy.
Yeah.
So some teams can luck out here and there, but these teams that really stay on top for a long time, I admire that.
That's awesome. That's a good way to put it. Even trying to get up there is always such a difficult thing to maintain it and keep going. It's definitely a hard suit to do.
Yes, and staying there it can even be tougher.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so do you have any hobbies outside of flyball?
Oh, yes, I do. Good thing you mentioned that. I kind of happen to like ping pong.
That's cool. I like that.
Us professionals call it table tennis. So it's fun when I go over to Japan. We set up the table there and we have a little competition little table tennis competition, and there we just laugh and laugh and laugh the evening away. After we've trained hard all day, we come home, and then we're battling it out on the ping pong table. It's a lot of fun.
Cool. How long have you been playing ping pong for?
No, I'm not really.
You just like playing.
It's one of those things that I thought, okay, well, when I retire, I'll become a ping pong player. It's just something I, kind of desire to do.
That's cool. Good for you. All right. So would there be anything that you would recommend to someone starting out in flyball?
For people that are just starting out, I think that they come usually to my flyball classes because they have a dog that loves the ball.
Yeah.
And that's how they start. And I personally like a dog that loves their ball too. So I think we're halfway there when the dog likes the ball, right? Yeah. So I encourage the people to play ball and to teach the tug and to build drive. And probably the most important thing that people do when they come is their dogs are overweight. So I always feel like I'm the weight police, and I have to bring them that bad news. Your dog is a little overweight when they're a lot overweight. Yeah. So I have to tell them we need to put your dog on a diet because it's going to be beneficial to the dog because flyball's hard on them. So most of the people get it and most of the people do it. But, it's hard on them emotionally to break that news to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like an athlete. You don't want to be a full-fledged athlete. It's hard on the body if you're overweight. So it's definitely something to keep in mind to keep the dog healthy and keep the dog happy, is to keep them in shape and being able to perform the sport safely.
That's correct. And that's my job as the, instructor. That's my job.
Awesome. Okay, now the fun question. I would like you to challenge somebody to do an interview with me. So do you have anyone in mind?
I do. I think that you should interview the team in Japan.
Okay.
It's Kosuke and Mona, and I will give you that information. And I would love for you to interview them. I think that I have to see it. I wish I could be there and see and watch y'all interview. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I really hope that they want to do this, and hopefully I can reach out to them real soon. So thank you so much, Pam, for mentioning them and getting me contact with them. And then other than that, I don't think I have anything else on my end. So I'm just glad that you could be here today with me. And hopefully at some point we can see you on the racing lanes again.
Great. Me too. Until then, stay safe.
You too. Thanks again, Pam. You are truly amazing with how much you bring flyball to this crazy world we are in. I can't wait to see you again. If you guys are new here, make sure to press that subscribe button to make sure you get all the new videos. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's interview, and leave any or all comments if you have any questions about flyball or what else you may want to hear on the channel. If you need more information about flyball, make sure you check out the links in the description below. Until next time, see you then.